If you guys are new to crypto, watch this video. In this video, I'm going to explain my opinion on crypto right now, especially if you're a beginner into this space, because it's giving me deja vu from when I got into crypto. I'm going to, tell you guys about my experience when I first got into crypto back in 2019 and why it's giving me deja vu, right, with what's been happening in the crypto markets and just really the psychology of everything, the mindset of traders and investors. But it just feels very similar to 2019, right, where, crypto was coming out of a bear market from 2018. And it was a hard bear market. If you remember back after the blow up top, many people thought it was dead, right? Many people called it a bubble and thought it was dead, but it shot up. It did crypto did exactly the opposite of what people thought would happen during the bear market. People thought we were going to be flat for a long time, and then 2019 it shot up and Bitcoin went to 10K, and that's really when crypto got my attention. Was that rally excuse me, when Bitcoin started getting out of the bear market, going to 10K plus. And 2020 was coming, and it was just like it was yesterday. There was so much bullish people for 2020. Everyone said it was going to be a bullish year, this and that. And I do believe it would have been a super bullish year if it wasn't for the pandemic, right? But it was the opposite. It wasn't, at least in the beginning, right? And then what happened? We had a huge drop, and a lot of people thought that was the top. People thought that was the top back in 2019 when Bitcoin went to like 14K, and it didn't even break its previous all-time highs. And then that was the moment that I should have entered. When Bitcoin had that huge drop, altcoins were down 80%, and people thought that was the top. Obviously, the pandemic had a big influence in that drop, but still, right? What happened after that drop was when I started getting into crypto and Bitcoin. And that was the beginning of quantitative easing. And it's like a cause and effect, right? You need a cause before you have quantitative easing. And ultimately, what quantitative easing is, all it is just the M2 money supply increasing, right? The liquidity increasing from the government and these big players that add more liquidity into the money supply in many different ways, not just by cutting the interest rates, but in many different ways. And one of those ways was the stimulus checks and loans and all these things. And when that happened, right, the beginning of quantitative easing in 2020, after that happened, shortly after, Bitcoin was moving up big. I mean, it was every single month Bitcoin was making a new high. And that was really the start of the parabolic run and that V-shaped recovery in 2020. A big part of that was quantitative easing. And a big reason why we haven't had altcoin season yet, at least to the level of 2021, I would say is that no one talks about it, right? Everyone talks about other reasons, but quantitative easing is a big reason. And this is why you guys need to open your mindset on understanding quantitative easing, this is why I'm getting deja vu, because I believe we are going towards quantitative easing very soon, right? We're at the end of quantitative tightening, which we've been in since 2022, right? Hence the bear market, going into the bear market. I mean, when you go into quantitative tightening and you're increasing rates to levels that we haven't seen since like 2005, around those times, of course the market's going to dump, guys. I mean, it's no surprise we got a huge bear market due to quantitative tightening. So now it's getting towards the end of that. Trump has been hinting it. The government, Trump he wants the markets to do well, and he will do, if he can't force them to drop the rates, right? And there's an interview out there where they asked Trump, they're like, oh, will you basically have power if they can't drop the rates? Will you have power, or you force them to drop the rates and this and that? And he smiled at them and he's like, yeah, or something like that, right? So he knows he wants quantitative easing to really take off. And if he can't drop the rates, well, he's going to do things like give everyone a Doge check, right? Which it's already been confirmed that, they've been talking about it. It's not confirmed yet that it's going to be released, but that's a huge form of quantitative easing. And then you have other things too, like buying big, adding liquidity to the market in other ways. So as you see the money to supply, the M2 money supply increase like it did back in 2020, that's a big sign that the market is going to go up, right? And I think it's an amazing time to invest right now in crypto. If you missed out on crypto the previous year, right, 2024, it went up a lot in March, and then it came down, went up a lot in November, December. I'm pretty sure a lot of people missed out on those gains. Well, now we're back to these lows that I would say was back in August of 2024 before it went up. And you might come back in a couple weeks, couple months. I might be wrong. We might go down lower, but I think it's a great opportunity. Looking at the probability of where we are, I don't believe we have topped out. I believe similar to 2019 with the pandemic and causing this huge downturn in the market, right? The tariffs and everything that's going on is a big reason for that. But we never been so pro crypto in our government history ever, right? The SEC it's the most pro crypto we've ever been, and this drop is not due to crypto fundamentally. It's due to the whole economy in general, with the tariffs affecting the stock market. So I don't believe we're entering a 3-year bear market. Okay, I believe this is a sharp drop where we put in a higher low for Bitcoin and many altcoins. And that's the key thing when you guys are scouting which altcoins to buy, when you guys are researching which altcoins to buy. My biggest tip, which is never financial advice, but this is why I love the charts, and I live stream the charts and technical analysis. But it's the fact that you want to buy altcoins that look really good on the charts and are putting in possibly higher lows, similar to Bitcoin, right? We managed to get that RSI back to oversold while possibly putting in a higher low for Bitcoin in anywhere of these ranges. I mean, we can dump down to 73K. That'll be the bottom, put in the higher low, and then go up from there. That can very well happen for Bitcoin. And same thing for like Dogecoin, for example. It went to, this is what Dogecoin's been doing. It went to 22 cents, right? Came back to 10 cents, 9 cents, went to 40 cents, and now it's came back to 19 cents. So it's been, if it bottoms around this range, it's been basically putting in a higher low since going up and breaking that 10-cent bear market resistance level. So those are the coins you want to look and research. You want to look at the coins that are in this long-term uptrend and not in the bear market levels, right? Like there's many coins out there that are still in bear market prices since 2022, and that's not a good sign. That's not a good, the probability of that coin surviving, right, and going up the market is very low. So it's just my opinion, guys. This is why technical analysis does matter. But I just wanted to share with you guys that are beginner in cryptos. I think it's a great time to buy. Not financial advice, but it's like I'm making this video for me back in 2019 when we came down hard. When Bitcoin went to 14K, back to like 3K, I think, like 4K. So this is that video for me back in time, and hopefully someone out there listens and comment below what you guys think. Love you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.